Ahoy thinkers, welcome to Thinking Game Trivia with me, Quizmaster Jack. The right side of my face is on fire with how sunny it is out there. But this was the best time I had to record. Thanks for joining me. We're going to play through NAQT's Buzzword, Pop Culture and Sports here in week 14.
A 2001 book by Alice Randall that parodies this novel is narrated by Sainara, who loves a man called R. Alexandra Ripley's 1991 sequel to this novel begins by depicting the funeral of Melanie Wilkes and a woman's return to Terra.
Gone with the Wind? All right, so I think that first one, there's a cloud went over the sun outside, so it's going to be chill here for a second. I think that first clue that they were talking about was The Wind Done Gone, which is the telling of Gone with the Wind through the eyes of one of Scarlett's slaves. But that's a good question. That's a good, pop culture, I guess. I don't know. But Gone with the Wind's kind of in that weird spot where it's a little bit academic and a little bit pop culture.
In a comic series titled for this villain, his enemies included his descendant, Playboy Frank Drake. To try to destroy this villain, Quincy Harker worked with such men as the Hunter Blade. A 1970s Marvel Comics series was titled for the Tomb of...
Just Dracula? It's just Dracula. Are all the answers, so far all the answers have been just like actual books.
This TV show depicts flowering jacaranda trees in episodes such as Spy Game. Its use of slang such as dunny and brekkie was described as a little puzzle for U.S. viewers by this show's creator, Joe Brum. The archaeologist Bandit is a father on...
Oh. I know the name of Louie's dad. Their mom is Chilli. And like the whole thing about Chilli is that she might be like a drug sniffing dog at an airport. She works at the airport and she works in security at the airport. Possibly as a drug sniffing dog.
A character in this film bribes Freddy, a Ferrari salesman called the Grey Ghost. In this film, Baird is called a rat ship by a man who danced the tango with a woman played by Gabrielle Anwar.
What is going on?
What 1992 film features Al Pacino's Oscar-winning performance as a blind Vietnam veteran?
Oh, okay. The tango. That was the big clue. That's what the tango clue was about. Hoo-ha!
This artist recorded 3 versions, including one in the style of Indian filmy, of her 4th album, Up. Her early albums, including The Woman in Me, were produced by her then husband.
Is that Shania Twain? Hey, we got a pop culture one, or we got a music question, pop music question off of an album. I think The Woman in Me is like one of the best-selling albums of all time. I like Shania and Celine are kind of in a fight for who's like the best-selling Canadian performer of all time. And I think Celine Dion's actually ahead. But The Woman in Me was like a huge Shania Twain album.
In a Smosh video, this term identified a group of people eliminating nefariousness. This term titles a Hulu series in which Maya Erskine and Anna Konkle play middle schoolers. For 10 points, what term purportedly identifies membership in a club, but in actual...
So they want 10, 15? Okay. It's a weird, we want to talk about this Pen 15 show, but we need one more clue, so let's talk about Smosh.
Magnavox gave this name to the first mass-market home video game console, which it debuted in 1972. This word titles a 2018 Assassin's Creed game.
Okay, it is Odyssey. I thought it's the Magnavox Odyssey. I had it, but so gun shy when it comes to video game questions right now.
This show began the same year its star published the book Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining. All 25 seasons.
It's Judge Judy. That's just Judge Judith Scheinlin's book. And then she said it a bunch on her show, probably to advertise the book.
This song debuted on TV as an interval act at the 2016 Eurovision Song Contest and was paired with Rock Your Body. This song claims that a sensation inside my bones goes electric wavy when I turn it on. The biggest hit from the 2016 Trolls soundtrack
Yeah, what's it
is,
called?
for 10 points,
It's like Can't Fight the Feeling? Can't Stop the Feeling. Ah. One word different. That's such a that look at like that's the title, sure, but the lyrics are "Can't Pop a Beast." There's no, it doesn't matter what that word is when it comes down to it, does it?
In a 2023 drama, a gay man played by this actor becomes an exotico wrestling star with a flamboyant persona. This star of Cassandro played the teenager Julio, the best friend of Tenoch, in a 2001 Alfonso Cuarón film. For 10 points, what Mexican actor co-starred with Diego Luna in Y Tu Mamá También?
I don't know. Oh, it's like Gabriel Garcia Bernal. Hey, we got there. Gael Garcia Bernal. I conflated him with Gabriel Garcia Marcos. Gael Garcia Bernal to finish it off, and one stop away from a perfect round. But 118, not bad. Pretty nice. Let's see if we can pull this success into sports.
In 2024, the MVP of this game's 111th iteration was Nick Arbuckle, who plays quarterback. The Blue Bombers have lost the last 3 iterations of, for 10 points.
Is this the Grey Cup? All right, sorry to come in media res there, but I forgot to hit record. Or I did hit record, and then it just didn't record. Anyway, the first question was Bobby Witt Jr. We got that on the giveaway. And I stopped paying attention to this question to start recording. But still got 13 points off of the Grey Cup, which is the CFL final, the Canadian Super Bowl, if you will.
This man averaged nearly 22 regular season points per game for South Bay after he was selected 55th. In 2023, his college debut was delayed when he suffered a heart defect-related cardiac arrest while practicing with USC. For 10 points, what Lakers shooting guard...
Isn't this Bronny James? Okay, yep. USC, and now in the Lakers, that's some Bronny.
In this country, a soccer club that employs U.S. midfielder Johnny Cardozo has Antony on loan from Manchester United. A season after buying Jude Bellingham, a club in this country acquired ex-PSG star Kylian Mbappe. For 10 points,
where's Mbappe
what countries'
playing?
soccer teams include Real Betis and Real Madrid?
Okay. There's just non-Spanish players playing soccer in Spain, I guess was the whole point of that question.
In this sport, a shootout championship that allows raucous fan behavior and a relaxed dress code was won in 2024 by Tom Ford. Zhao Shintong beat Mark Williams in this sport's 2025 World Championship held at the Crucible. For 10 points, what sport similar to billiards is played on a...
They said similar to billiards. Let's just try snooker. Some deep, I don't know, maybe that's just actually cursory snooker knowledge in order to get that early. But for a person who lives where snooker is not really a thing, deep knowledge required.
This man joined Jason Kidd to form the Backcourt 2000 lineup for the Phoenix Suns. In a Nike ad campaign, Chris Rock voiced a diminutive puppet version of this man. For
Isn't that Penny Hardaway? Is that Little Penny? Yeah, Little Penny. We'll get that off of some pop culture stuff. 2 basketball guys I got.
This state was home to teams called the Red Roses and White Roses. Until the 2021 minor league contraction, this state and New York named a short season A-League. Train-themed teams nicknamed the Rail Riders and Curve are based in, for 10 points,
Altoona.
what state's metro areas of Altoona and Scranton?
Pennsylvania. I knew it was the Altoona Curve, but wasn't 100% sure where Altoona was.
From 1960 to 1968, this Olympic event's gold, silver, and bronze medals were won in descending order by Ralph Boston. Between 1984 and 1996, 4 consecutive goals were won in this event by Carl Lewis. For 10 points, what field event's Olympic record was set in 1968 by Bob Beeman's mark?
It's the long jump. Going back to John Boyce here. I feel like it's actually been a while since I mentioned John Boyce, but he had a whole thing about Bob Beeman. Oh, that was part of the Bob emergency. Bob Beeman, the whole drama of him winning or getting the long jump record. I could try to explain it, but it would be inaccurate. So just go watch the Bob emergency by John Boyce.
In a 1979 game, this team had -7 total yards and just 1 first down as the Rams shut down quarterback Jim Zorn. This is the only team to play in both the AFC and NFC championship games. In 1976, the NFL added the Buccaneers and, for 10 points, what expansion team that once played in the Kingdome?
The Seahawks. Yeah, I should have went in off of the only teams to play in the AFC and NFC championship. The Seahawks are really the only team that have jumped conferences like that.
This sport, whose international federation is headed by Ari Grasa, will have a September 2025 World Championship hosted in the Philippines. The MVP of this sport's 2022 championship was Simone Gianelli of champion Italy. For 10 points, in what sport did Gianelli also win an award for best setter?
Okay. In what sport do they set? That's your giveaway. 19 questions right today. And again, one stop instead of fight, or one fight instead of stop away from a perfect 20. A good week. A good week. It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. I'm happy for it. And I'm happy for you for watching this whole video. You can help me out by liking the channel, subscribing, checking out other videos, and you can play Buzzword itself over at naqt.com/buzzword. As if for week 14, a good week. It's a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye.